carefully. Your job as salespeople at the dealership that you end up in is to find somewhere other than the Kmart parking lot to switch drivers in. All right, everybody understand that and agree to that?
Yeah.
So what you need to find, I don't care, in every city and every place in the world, there is some pretty spot, a park, an aesthetically pleasing, architecturally designed building perhaps, some sort of backdrop that you can park that car up against. Okay, let me give you an example. You're driving the car and you're telling them about this feature, that benefit, the feeling and acceptance. It's coming to their turn to buy the car. That's a light. That's a car. Okay? You're going to pull up. You got your aesthetically pleasing place where you're going to switch drivers. You guys with me on this? What are you laughing about? Huh?
That's nice.
Are you laughing at my car?
Wow. Ooh, Volvo.
All right, so if you really look at that, what does all that look like? There's, oh, whatever. So you're on a demo drive, you're driving a car, you're going to pull up to your aesthetically pleasing background, the lake and the trees, right? You're going to pull the car up, client sitting next to you, you're going to turn off the car, you're going to put it in park, you're going to turn off the car, you're going to put the keys in your pocket, you're going to open the driver's door, and you're going to get out of the car, and you're going to take 10 or 12, 15 steps away from the car. And you're going to stand there and look, like this. Where's your client physically at right now? Sitting where? In the car, right? What are they ultimately going to do, would you guess?
Get out.
And come where?
To the driver's side.
Where are they going to come to?
Next to you.
Next to me.
Right.
And probably what are they going to say? What are you doing? What's wrong? What are you doing? What are you looking at? I'm nothing. I'm just checking out your car. It's a sharp-looking car, isn't it? Now, where have you put them mentally? Right back at the brochure, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, Monique, let me ask you something. Where are you going to be taking your new car on your first vacation in it? Where would you go? Where would your first driving vacation be in that car?
Ocala, Florida.
Ocala, Florida. All right, now where's the customer's psychology at? Where is she at psychologically?
Envisioning herself driving the car.
On what?
The highway.
Vacation.
Yep.
Vacation.
Where at?
Ocala, Florida.
Florida, right? Her kids could be on drugs. She just got kicked out of her apartment. Her boss is a complete jerk. And where have you put her at mentally?
On vacation.
In what?
In her car.
In her new car. That's a pretty nice place. That's a nice thing to do for a person, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you can't do anything else for the person, at least give them those few moments of tranquility. You with that? Make sense? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
You bet. Hand them the keys, your turn. Right? We go back to the car, I get in the passenger side, they get in the driver's side, turn right. And where are we at back to? The dealership. Do not, next big, this car salesman deals, 1,000 deals are being costed, are not happening this very second. 1,000 car deals right now, bang. 1,000 car deals, not happening. Bang, there's another 1,000 car deals, not happening. Because the salesmen say this, just go ahead and park it right there next to, in the line there where all the Malibus are. Because when the customer parks the car back where all the other Malibus are, who does that car belong to psychologically?
The dealership.
The dealership. Who do we want the car to belong to psychologically? The customer. The client, right? So take this note, here's what we do. Mr. Customer, and this is the first time we're going to formally ask the customer to purchase the vehicle. Mr. Customer, just go ahead and park your new car right there in the sold line next to your old car. Mr. Customer, just go ahead and park your new car right there in the sold line next to your old car. Dealerships either have or have not a sold line
Right.
made up. Some do, some don't. But where could the sold line be?
Anywhere you want it to be.
Anywhere you want it to
Yeah.
be. And if you pull it next to their old car, that's really good. Because then they can visually see what they drove in here with and what they potentially can drive out of here in. And it's generally going to be an upgrade, yes or no?
Yeah. They don't even want their car anymore.
Well,
After that.
they don't want that. They don't want nothing to do with it. Now they see them side by side and it's like, ugh. I can't believe I made 46 payments of $498 on that. Right? I want this. Mr. Gus, we as automobile salespeople should only be allowed to, but yet are responsible for asking them to formally purchase this vehicle only at this point in time, after their feelings and emotions are at their highest possible peak. Does it make sense, yes or no? Right? When I first started selling cars, they said close early, close off. Right? ABCs, always be closing. That's what I was taught. Hi, how are you? Can I help you today? Or are you buying today? I mean, I literally said that to people. Guess what everybody said to me? No, just looking. What a bad way to start that. But I was taught to do that. You buying today? I was taught to ask people, are you buying today? No. Or, what's the best thing they could say if we ask them, are you buying today? In the first 2 minutes. Depends on what?
Depends on price.
Depends on price.
Yeah.
You make me a good enough deal, yeah, I'll buy today. So we're an uphill battle of what? Price the whole time. I want to ask our clients to formally buy the car, and you are responsible to ask every single person you come in contact with. You're responsible for it. You're responsible for it. Every single person you talk to, you have a responsibility to ask them to purchase the vehicle from you. You're responsible to do it. If you don't, they might want to buy the car and don't know how to ask you to sell it to them.
Right.
And if they go down the street and buy from somebody that said, do you want to buy the car? And they bought it from them, it's not that person's fault, it's not the client's fault, it's your fault. You have a responsibility to ask them to buy the car. But only after their feelings and emotions are at their highest possible peak. And when's that going to happen?
Right.
After the demo drive. They're never going to be more in love with that car than right then and there. Because after they own it, then they get a payment book. Look at it. But that's true, isn't it? You bet. Notes. Okay?
Yeah.
Never ask a customer a question you don't know the optional possible answer to. Yes? How many times have you heard me say it? Right, 20 today, yesterday, during the course of 2 weeks, 1,000 times. So you guys probably should get it by now, right? Just go ahead and park your new car right there in the sold line next to your old car. Now that's not a question, is it? What is it?
Statement.
It's a statement,
Yep.
or a command almost, right? So they can only do one of several things. What could they do? What's a positive thing they could
They
do?
could park it in the sold line.
They could just go ahead and not say a word and park it in the sold line, right? Or they could do what?
Put it back.
Or they could
They
say,
could say,
Oh,
it's
I'm not
not
buying
sold yet.
I'm committed to nothing now.
slow down, Sparky, right? So that's a form of what word? Starts with an N.
No.
No. Don't matter what they say. Ms. Porter, just go ahead and park your new car right there in the sold line next to your old car. She didn't say anything, right? Does that necessarily mean she's going to buy the car?
No.
Not really. Not really. So I want to make sure. Now, at least she didn't say no, right? So it's better than her not saying no. Would we all agree with that?
Yes.
But she might not have really heard what I'm actually telling her to do. Just go ahead and park your new car right there in the sold line next to your old car. She does it. I don't necessarily have a car deal, so don't fall asleep on that. So I want to really ask her,